Welcome back. We are unlocking with the Trespasser. That's a cool name. All right, so we have to hack and slash. I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily a hack and slash game, but here we are. What's this? Hey, there we go. Sweet. I love those puzzles. They're so cool looking. You're a cool looking dude, by the way. You know, self-confidence, man. We're gonna get serious right off the bat here, man. Self-confidence is a game changer. I'm sure I've talked about this tons of times, but I think it's so important. You know, it's like you look at yourself in the mirror. I remember doing this for years. I'd look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, "God, you are not good looking at all." And I thought it was, you know, I didn't look at myself very well, and it sucked. You know, it's like every morning, it's just like look at myself. I'm like, "Wow, I am not a good looking dude," and I just didn't feel very good about myself. Like a lot of the time, like I just would like do a lot of things, and I just didn't feel very good about myself a lot of the time. It just didn't feel very good, and I beat myself up a lot for it, and it just wasn't fair to myself. And as soon as I stopped looking at myself in the mirror and saying, "Wow, man, you're not very good looking," and started looking at myself in the mirror and like, "Hey, you know what? You're not as bad looking as you think you are." And I don't think. I mean, okay, so this is gonna seem weird. So when I started dating the girl that I'm now married to, I feel like that was a big turning point in my life of like when I just like wasn't very confident with myself. I wasn't very happy, and then I met her, and I started getting very happy. I started feeling a lot more confident about myself, and I just felt better about myself a lot of the time. I was like, wow, I feel really good, and I don't think it was because I got a girlfriend or I got, you know, someone who actually, you know, was there to be like, hey, you are cool, even though you don't think you are, you know. And it didn't happen right away. Like right away I wasn't like, oh yeah, okay, cool, I'm all good now, you know. Like it definitely took some time for me to kind of really get a feel of like, you know what, yeah, I am really like, I'm not the best looking dude, you know. I'm not like Zac Efron or anything like that. It's like definitely not that, you know. But it's like I'm good looking in my own way, and I think that's what really got it for me is like instead of comparing myself to Zac Efron or Kit Harington or just all these good looking dudes, I was just like, how about instead of comparing myself to them, why don't I compare myself to me? Then that way the not necessarily the standard, but the level of which I was looking at myself was a level of my own. It wasn't a level of someone else. I wasn't looking at myself as like, man, I can't wait until I look like Zac Efron. It's like, I'm never going to look like Zac Efron. It's an ugly dude because he's not me, you know? And, let's see, we're going to want that proton jump thing. Level up. Wow, okay, that freaked me out. I was like, what was that? It was bad timing on that proton drum to pop up like that. But, I think it's important to look at yourself on a level of yourself, not on a level of everyone else. Because once you start looking at yourself at a level with everyone else, I think that's when you lose a lot of your self-confidence, is because you're like, wow, I'm not as good looking as Katie over there with her awesome face, you know? It's like, okay, how cool is Aubrey, for example? Yeah, I'm just assuming. Hi, Aubrey, if your name's Aubrey. I don't know. This was the first name that came to my head. You know, how about instead of, you know, looking at yourself in comparison to Katie, why don't you look at a comparison of yourself to yourself, you know? That was what did it for me. And I don't think that's like the end all be all for self-confidence, but I feel like for me, that was the thing that really made a difference, was looking at myself on my own thing instead of looking at myself in comparison to. And I think that's a hard thing about like humans' minds and stuff like that. It's like we want to compare ourselves to other things, you know, like other people. Like, wow, man, my car isn't as cool as Jerry's down the street. You know, Jerry's driving a Ford Focus, and I mean that's what I drive. But he's like, man, Jerry's driving a Ford Focus. I'm still driving my mom's 1996 Toyota Corolla. So you know, it's interesting that we tend to want to compare ourselves, even though that's the worst thing that we can do about it. And why does everybody in this world have 3 fingers? I think a lot of it helps too. Is I've never been one for like self-help books or anything like that. But I remember seeing the one. It's like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F by I can't remember his name. But it's like The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, and it's great. I was like, that sounds funny, and I think that's the reason why everyone read it, because they're like, oh, that sounds silly. But it is a really awesome book. I think you should go check it out, not just because it's got a funny title, but because it brings up a lot of really awesome points. Let's see. R1. Oh, I'm not R1ing enough. Whoa! I'm R1ing across things. That's cool. And the Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. That was a fantastic book that I think really changed a lot of how I thought about things. Because one thing he says at the beginning, he's like, hey, maybe instead of giving an F about... Oh, okay, there we go. I was doing it wrong. So you gotta hover and then press X. Okay, I was trying to X and then hover, but I needed to hover and then jump. But one thing he says in the book is he says, and it's like in like the first chapter too. He's like maybe instead of giving an F about what the new car so and so has, maybe just prioritize what you give your Fs about, and it's really interesting and cool. Now I'm trying to think of like a great way to tie that all back into everything else. I'm not trying to make some philosophical point or anything like that. I'm just trying to maybe help someone out. That's I want everybody to feel good about themselves, because I know once I had changed that about myself, it really, really helped me. It really made me feel different about myself and how I felt about a lot of things, and I just generally felt happier. And I think that's the whole point of life, is just to be happy. And being happy is like the coolest thing ever. Like, it's like you're so like being cool, or not being cool is being happy. It's like oh, we're getting to a train station. Exciting. Being happy is like the coolest thing you can ever do, and I think being happy comes with being happy with yourself, of who you are. And for a lot of people, that can mean a lot of different things, and that's cool too. But I think the most important thing is just finding what makes you happy and doing it. And I guess if, sitting in front of a microphone and playing video games and talking about being happy is what makes you happy, then I guess do that, because that makes you happy, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Maybe not this specifically trying to give philosophical life advice. I just was thinking about self-confidence, and I was just like, yeah, and then it turned into a big philosophical conversation, and then now here we are. But I think the point of all this is just like, do what makes you happy, and be happy with yourself because you're doing what makes you happy, if that makes any sense at all. Let's try out this pixelizer again. Cool. Wow, yeah, that's like super... That's awesome. That pixelizer shenanigans. Oh, he got hurt. But, I think just be cool and happy with yourself, and that'll make everything else happier. And it all starts with taking it easy. You can't just one day wake up and just all of a sudden be completely confident in yourself in every mental and physical way. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. That would be awesome if it did, though, but it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. And you just got to be patient, and you just got to really work at it. I mean, it's like anything, is you just got to really work at it, because if it was so easy to do, and everyone would do it. And so you just got to be patient with it. Just let it happen by making it happen, instead of just waiting for it to happen. Make it happen about anything, really, too. I mean, you're wanting to get that awesome... Yeah, we leveled up our combustor. You're waiting for that new awesome job. You're waiting for your dream opportunity to get that new position at work, or whatever it is. Or you're trying to go through school to become a game designer or something like that, and I think that's awesome. That's fantastic. I think do whatever you want to do that makes you happy, and do the best you can to make it happen instead of waiting for it to happen. Don't wait to get self-confidence. Don't wait for opportunities to come your way. Okay, wait, hold up. I didn't mean that wait for opportunities thing. I think wait for those opportunities to take advantage of them in the right way, instead of just waiting for the opportunities to take advantage of you. Take advantage of the opportunities as they're given to you in the times and place that they're given to you, if that makes any sense. But Anyways, okay, well, my time here is up. I hope you guys learned something because I thought that was really rad. I thought a lot of nice and awesome things were said, so we will catch you guys next time on A Game for Your Thoughts. And remember, just keep being your awesome self, rock the on, and we will catch you guys next time on A Game for Your Thoughts. See you later. Bye.